There are two ways I use in getting into positions: the risk entry and the confirmation entry. Risk entry is simply placing a buy or sell limit order whenever a valid setup is seen in charts. Let me say, for example, now I have gotten whatever I want to get and I wait for price to come to my entry. I take my position. This is exactly how risk entry works. The advantage about risk entry is that you get to take as much trade as possible and you don't miss out on many trades. That is justice. But then again, without confirmation, I get to lose as much trade as possible without confirming if the setup is a valid setup or if the setup is not a valid setup. Whereas confirmation entry, on the other hand, is simply using a structural shift to look for confirmation in an entry. So let me say, for instance, now price is already at my demand zone here, and rather than placing the limit order, I get to look for structural shifts, which is simply market structure on lower time frame. That is just our confirmation entry. And whereas whenever I get my confirmation, I place my limit order. The difference is that the difference between risk entry and confirmation entry is that risk entry, I get to take as much trades as possible, whereas confirmation entry, on the other hand, I miss out on many trades. And at the same time, whichever trades I'm taking, I am having extra confirmation that this trade is actually giving me what I call a plus setup, and also the internal structure, or should I say the lower time frame structure, is agreeing with the higher time frame structure, which I get to take lesser trades, and at the same time I am taking trades that I am well sure of that they are likely to play out 60, or should I say 70% of the time. Most of my trades I do take are from confirmation entries, because most of my trades I take are from confirmation entry. You just have to find the one that works for you. Pick your poison.